Hello, welcome back to BLENDFUL Live Noding. In this episode, I will be sharing this mega live noding procedural temple. So this is something that this is an idea that I have a while back ago and I haven't shared with you. It's basically a collection of Node 3 assets and that I kind of planned inside GitHub. It's not easy to do, but it's possible. So basically you have a lot of assets put together into one blend file. Okay, so let's actually just get started. So I create a list of what things that I needed. First of all, we actually need a terrain. So the terrain, yeah, I have it here. Just gonna load it. So everything is kind of linked together from multiple GitHub. So you can see this is how I created the terrain in 2017, and I actually update it time to time. And today I update it again. I turn it into Gist because with Gist we can just right click and copy the link. And this is a fresh blend file, right? This is Blender 2.9. And most of the node 3 I created is using sverchok nodes. So this is like a proof of concept, right? This is a procedural terrain, and I'm just gonna load it from Gist. I'm gonna import it from Gist link. So we have this procedural terrain, and I have two possible terrain. We can still make changes. But I'm just gonna keep it simple, and I'm just gonna grab this. I could keep it like this, or I'm just gonna bake it. It's totally up to you. I'm gonna save it as procedural temple. This is a big live noding. So for this case, I'm pretty happy with this. I can always make changes like how tall it is, etc. But yeah, in this case, really, I'm just gonna sculpt it a little bit, just flatten the middle part for what I'm doing. So we have a terrain. I'm just gonna flatten the middle part, and we want to put a temple, right? Okay, so I'm gonna save this. This is the first thing. Save. And we can of course decorate this using procedural shader. This guy normally all the created in sverchok doesn't have UV, so procedural shader is perfect for that. For now, I'm just gonna continue. After the terrain, we need to have some kind of layout. And for the layout, I actually have this mandala temple layout that I've done a while back ago. Also, this is the layout, right? It looks like a ancient kind of temple. It's just actually just a bunch of circle, and I updated earlier today, and it becomes something like this. And I could load it as a gist as well. So copy link, and create a new node 3 and call it mandala layout. And again, import from Gist link. Hopefully this generate the temple. Okay, this will take a while. It's actually, there's a temple now hidden. Okay. So with this, this is supposedly procedural, and we should be able to control the design a little bit. It's still pretty simple. It's circular. It seems like slightly slow, maybe because I have something that's a little bit too heavy. But anyway, I'm just gonna continue. So we have the mandala thing, and I can make changes. Let me try. So that's for the hole over there. I can change the extrusion. Can change the middle part. Extrude. And continue this. Okay, this is for maybe for our totem. Keep it simple. And what else do we have here? So we have this part here. So if you want to see with random color, we can do that. Okay. I guess that's okay for now. With the terrain, we can make it smooth. All right. So let's continue. So we're done with this mandala. So the nice thing about GitHub is that we can link to wherever. So we need some kind of totem design, so we can grab this guy over here. This one is actually slightly random for the totem, so we need to create some kind of a status that's procedural. So again, I'm using gist import from gistlink. All right, this one have something funky going on. So occasionally the tools get updated, like in this case, okay, the nodes is depreciated. Okay, random vector. So we have something happening already. This guy also, this is the old bmesh viewer. I'm gonna replace it with this mesh viewer. I should have named this properly. We have random name here. So this guy, in this case, the totem, is actually something that I should mirror it also inside as a nodes. So this is the totem mirror, is called symmetry. Just gonna do this very quickly. I think this is correct. Delete. So the symmetry, we can flip it if we like, but that's one design of the totem, and we can pick the one we like, and I'm gonna put it here. Okay, so you got the idea. Just gonna do this manually for now. Slightly different for each generations. And I need to rotate it. Still, it's pretty interesting that we are able to do this. Okay, I just need to place it. There, that's our totem. For other things, like for example, the Haniwa. Let me check. Okay, this is the totem. As I'm doing this, I started to think, okay, we need to organize this better. So it's a good idea to put this into collections. Ideally, of course, all these nodes can become a single node or some kind of something that can be linked like blend file. For now, it's okay. It's just for demonstrations. So that's the alien totem. Oops. So I lost my mega life noding. GitHub is actually pretty good to, to kind of like plan everything. I could make the totem, the pole slightly interesting like that. We need a procedural Haniwa, but I think the one that really make this is this stadium kind of stair. Stadium stair. Open a new tab. With our design so far, we can render this out. Cycles. We have funky sky texture now. Let's try rendering this out. Yeah, we don't have material, of course, but we have things going on here. We can give it a dust, air dust. Okay, we don't need that for now. We need to put something in the middle. I think the stadium can work. This stair is actually quite interesting also. Just gonna grab it, copy link, create a new node 3, import from gist link. So we have this kind of like a stair. We can change the design of the stair slightly. Yeah, actually I quite like it like that. It needs to go down. I'm just gonna bake this guy. So for the stadium, this feels more epic, but also this can work this way. Yeah, in this case, the stair probably, this guy needs a bit more work, but we can always, make some changes like that. Extrude. Put our guides in. And we can always add things. I think in this case, I'm using the Haniwa, procedural Haniwa. So let's go back. I have this procedural donut, and there's this god in the middle. What is that? Procedural Haniwa. Okay. In this case, it's a simple sculpt. This guy actually works kind of like a character. Oh, this guy came as a zip. Okay, just download the zip. There should be a blend file inside it. We can just drag and drop it. We can append bake Haniwa and all this little thing. I'm just gonna append it. So with this guy, of course, it's kind of half baked. This is supposed to be Boolean with this guy. Anyway, this is the finished product, right? We need probably just gonna remesh it. Apply. Command A. F3, set origin to geometry. Center this guy. It's our tiny little guy over there. Maybe at some point I can create like a crowd system around it. So anyway, this is just how I might actually set it up. It's a kind of like a layout artist task to create something like this. So ideally, I also have procedural materials, and then if we have like things like trees, etc., we can decorate this, and if this actually can be turned into some kind of game, maybe. I don't know, but I think it's an idea, and the whole thing is created procedurally. Okay, every single part is procedural, including these donuts. If you want to have donuts, I have procedural donuts. This also comes as a zip. Just bring it in. Drag and drop. It's gonna append it. This mic actually comes with particles. Again, it comes like this. Maybe better idea. Create a new collections and call it donuts. So we can easily select it if we need. So we have donuts in the middle. This one still have particle system, I think. Okay, it comes with a camera. Okay, that's our donuts guide. If I'm not wrong, the donut comes with material. So if we render this out, there you go. We have procedural temple donuts thing going on with all this untexture. I'm gonna try to add material, procedural material to them. Not now, maybe, but I'll do it in my own time. But that's basically the whole creations, the whole things, all separate node tree together, put together into a single procedural temple. So that's what this mega temple is all about. Mega life node. Yeah, I made around 1,500 videos so far, and some of them kind of overlapping. But this is it. I think this is pretty interesting. I could turn it into some kind of books talking about this. BLENDTHOLOGY. Collection of notes put together like a poetry. I create this terminology as well. Anyways, yeah. So that's basically it. Hopefully you find this interesting. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I might actually make a book based on this. A simple couple of like a short books, couple of chapter. But I think it's interesting enough, and yeah, hopefully you find this useful. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.